my friends, and welcome back to The Witcher 3. In our last video, we did have a very brief catch-up with the lovely Yennefer, and then received our next big to-do item. I think it's our only to-do item, actually, which is to head to Velen to look for the missing, the lost, the missing, that's what I'm going to go with, Cirilla, also known as Ciri. So we will do that today, but first things first, I did take some time before I started today and explored as much as I could throughout the Royal Vizima Palace. Nothing super interesting except for one little thing right here, which is this red square that we need to use. Oh, I saw something. This path went nowhere. It was a wall, and behind Geralt, I saw something moved when I pushed the button. So, let's see what treasure this place holds. An old letter. Anything else? No. So, dear Sir Roderick de Wett, please forgive me for my tardiness. I was waiting for Golan Vivaldi to confirm sufficient funds were available to redeem the bill of exchange you provided. Not that I don't trust you, but the gods help those who help themselves, as the Kaedweni saying goes. Getting straight to your question, Princess Adda's curse could indeed be caused to return. The Witcher from Rivia had only a rudimentary knowledge of magic arcana, and so was not able to fully remove the spell, and instead only temporarily disrupted its workings. For Adda to become a Striga once more, one would have to sprinkle her food with 3 drops of blood from her father, King Foltest, 3 drops of her blood from a wolf, and 3 drops of bile from a freshly buried woman, one who died having finished 100 years, but not yet having started her 101st. So she had to die on the exact, on her birthday or something? I don't know. Then one must cast the incepted triangle over the meal thus prepared. That should do the trick, yet please consider carefully whether you truly wish to carry out such an ignoble deed. Hoping to do business with you in the future, Alessandra Deviel. Huh. So all of that happened in Witcher 1. And my Geralt saved Adda, and she went off to marry Radovid. So I wonder if she's going to pop up again in this game, which would be interesting. So before we head out, there were a couple journal entries that I wanted to read. And I know I've been reading a lot of books lately, and I probably need to be a little bit better about picking ones that are actually pertinent, but they're so interesting to me. So I will do my best to edit them out, because I know that the last few videos there was a lot of reading and I feel like it was a little excessive at times. But anyway, so Hendrick, he's the guy that we need to go meet in Velen, correct? Considering the way spy corps of all stripes tend to function, Hendrick was undoubtedly not the man's real name. Nevertheless, that was the only appellation the Witcher knew from his Imperial Majesty's nose to the ground in Velen. So we have to find out that he lives in Heatherton. And then, our girl Triss. I always considered it a point of particular pride to count Triss Merigold of Maribor among my closest and dearest friends. This exceptionally talented sorceress was a shining star of her profession, the former mage advisor to King Foltest, and a famous hero of the Battle of Sodden, known as the 14th of the Hill. Yet in no way did she resemble her often unbearably haughty sisters in magic. Her deft mind, warm smile, and considerable personal charm had always won over even the hardest of hearts. Though my personal relations with Triss never ventured beyond the fraternal, Geralt of Rivia at one point found her allure irresistible. From then on, the two shared feelings that ran far deeper than a superficial and fleeting fancy. Yennefer told Geralt that Triss had recently taken up residence in the free city of Novigrad, and we have to go there as well, but apparently we have to go to Velen first. So we have to... Yeah, I think it's just go to Velen. Velen, which is in No Man's Land.
One false move and you will regret it.
Yes, I know. You've been saying that quite a bit. And ruled by the Bloody Baron, I think. So let's save. And fast travel out of here. Okay, world map. And then No Man's Land. The former Temerian province of Velen has become a war-ravaged no man's land. Yes, I keep saying that. We're going to the Hangman's Tree. How lovely.
Geralt and Yennefer were reunited. The But something even more important happened in Vizima. Geralt learned that Cirilla, his one-time ward, had returned from afar, and she was in danger. He was to find her, at the Emperor's command and Yennefer's behest.
Five days later, we are in Velen. Oh, new area. I'm so excited. Oh, Hearts of Stone. Thank you for purchasing Hearts of Stone expansion. Okay, I don't want to do that right now, but apparently I need to be level 30 anyway. Anything else? While playing Hearts of Stone expansion, you can encounter a rune rite. Okay, again, try and worry about that later. And Blood and Wine expansion as well. I don't want to do either of those yet. And I have new quests. So let's look at my quest log real quick. Oh, quest difficulty. Some quests might be too difficult for you at the moment. Each quest has a suggested level shown next to its name. Okay, that's easy enough. So going to Novigrad. Okay, that's Hearts of Stone. But I'm on the Velen quest. And then I have In Ciri's Footsteps. Emir of our Emrys had been searching for his daughter Ciri for quite some time. Even the most dubious sightings of an ashen-haired young woman with a scar on her cheek would send Imperial spies scurrying. But didn't the pictures in the palace didn't have a scar? And didn't Geralt even say the scar healed nicely? Anyway. Not even the harsh conditions of war-ravaged Velen deterred them. Indeed, it is there they had been most successful, determining that Ciri had been and possibly still was in the region. Reports of a similar nature had also come in from Novigrad, but remained unconfirmed. Emir's spooks had gathered nothing concrete from Skellige, but an explosion of magical energy had taken place on the Isles, and it seemed likely that Ciri had been somehow involved. So part of this, I guess this is the main quest, and these are the subdivisions, which is Velen, Novigrad, and Skellige. So obviously we're starting in Velen first. Any others? Playing Innkeeps. Okay, we'll look at some of that later. But new zone, I'm so excited. Oh, no, wait, I want to track this one. There we go. So we need to go to the Inn of the Crossroads, which is where? Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. Look, there's boats. You can use boats to travel. What? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, it just keeps going and going and going. Wow. Wow, this is, oh my gosh, this game is so big. Okay, well, I guess we'll just make our way to where the main quest is and read notice boards along the way, I suppose. There are animals here I should probably take care of, so let's go do that. Get out my sword. Hello, wild dogs. Ow, ow. I am so bad at this. All right, that wasn't terrible, but it wasn't very good either. I really need to re-look back up all of my keybinds because I haven't been able to play for a while because, well, the last few videos I sounded awful and I wanted to wait until my, I don't want to say cold, but allergies cleared up some. And I sound a little bit better. I still don't sound back to my normal self, but we'll see how it goes. So it's been quite some time, which means I've lost my muscle memory when it comes to key bindings. A little bit, not too terribly much. Okay, let's put away the sword, Geralt, and hop back on Roach.
That's it, Roach.
Yes, let's go. Stick to the road and...
Whoa there, Roach.
Yeah, the Hangman's Tree is definitely Literally the hangman's tree. What is this, I wonder? The Nilfgaardian court-martial has found this man guilty of desertion, committed when he abandoned his weapon and dishonorably fled the field of battle. As per the dictates of the Nilfgaardian military codex, he has been sentenced to death by hanging. May his name fall into oblivion for all time. Yeah, you guys are, like, I get it, but you're pretty harsh. All right, well, I'm going to come into the village and loot and listen to people. I might try to compile it a little bit so that it's not quite as, I don't want to say dull, but as dull as watching me loot. But let me work on that, and I'll bring you back in as needed.
Gods, full moon soon. Bar your windows tight. Nail an iron stud in the door frame.
If only I had milk to leave at the doorstep, that'd be sure to keep the demons away.
It was the wild hunt. Wraiths didn't leave a soul alive.
That's terrible.
Then both forces attacked, one from either side. Cavalry swooped in from the wood. A wall of infantry marched from the swamp. Our boys wished to surrender, but the Black Ones would take no prisoners. They gathered our men, stood them in a circle, and cut down every last one like the butchers they were. Poppies cover the meadow now. Or perhaps they're kingcups, drunk on blood from the soil.
And here's the notice board for Merigold, I think is what it's called. So the first one says, from the Innkeep, you'll buy your drinks at the inn at the crossroads with Nilfgaard crowns. We take no other coin. We don't do tabs either, nor exchanges, save for eat or drink. If anyone doesn't like that, they can go rut for acorns. Warning, watch what you say. The trees have ears. A kind stranger. Forefathers' Eve approaches. 'Twill soon be Forefathers' Eve. Tormented souls, souls who've not known rest until... Tormented souls, those who've not known rest after death, hungry, tired, scared ghosts, they'll soon walk among us. We'll carve the jacks and send them into the next world with chant, prayer, and kind words. Prepare yourselves. Heller. A plea. Kind folk, for lack of a better fare, I fed my young'uns pancakes made of ground acorn. The poor tykes have lain on the straw for 3 days since, their bellies growling something awful, getting sick and crying without end. If you know how to help, come to my hut. I've naught to give in return but a warm word and a prayer of thanks. Oh, that's awful. And help us send him off to whomever has eyes to read. The other day, Adalbert died. We've no means to bury him properly. Not a white shirt in the house, nor cloth for a shroud, nor planks for a coffin. If there's aught you can spare, help, please. If we don't send him off to the next world proper-like, he'll haunt us all in revenge. Nasty. And finally, missing wife. Good people, take pity and hear my plea. My wife Hannah, she's missing. A few days ago, she went to the woods and hasn't yet returned. I'm near out of my wits with worry and will pay any price to the man who brings her back to me, or at least tell me where to look for her. Naylan, hunter from Blackbow. Undiscovered location. Okay, let's a looky look at the map again. Oh, nice. I have my question marks. Perfect. There's a notice board there. Is that the same notice board, perhaps? Is that why it's checked off? That's weird. But, okay. Well, I think I compiled some conversations. There weren't that many, but I did compile some. I did pick up some new books. I did pick up some...
Used to be wagons showed on market days, loaded with all kinds of fat, smoked bacon, lard, red sausage. Now it's acorn flour and tufts of burdock. And all you can trade is what little hopes. He's bound to come back, isn't he?
I dunno. Maybe
Yeah,
I should send you
it's a pretty awful village that's been decimated by the Nilfgaard army, and there seems to only be old women, old men, and I don't know, regular aged women, but no young men around, or at least not that many. This one keeps spitting at me, which is kind of gross. So let's head off. I don't think there was anything else to do here. I don't really want to start any side quests yet. I want to kind of check out this main quest that I've got and go from there.
You seen me muscles?
No, I have not seen your muscles, dearest. But the sun sets. The sun sets. Ugh.
Step away.
Whoa!
Captain's praying. Can't you see?
Do not cast him out, Roderick. All may draw from the well of the eternal fire's grace. Approach, Witcher.
Roderick? Is that Sir Roderick de Wett? Or no, doesn't seem like it. So, Priest of the Eternal Fire.
What do you want?
Rejoice, for even a creature as depraved and base in nature as you can serve the glory of the eternal fire. Someone must see to the corpses on the battlefield. Necrophages defile those not already rotting in mass graves. This is not right.
That's to be my good deed for the day?
A handsomely profitable one, I might add. I know your kind don't work for free.
Well, you are rather insulting, but I do need the money, so fine, I will do it.
All right, I'll take care of it.
This will count amongst your merits. The more good one works in life, the more hallowed things are. Yes, splendid. Here are the holy oils. Dash generously and set alight, understood? I wish it to flare up to the sky, for the glory of the eternal fire and all that.
Once I've incinerated the bodies, where'll I find you?
I shall be near the bridge to Novigrad.
So I have a new quest. I probably actually have tons of new quests. So secondary quests probably. So Wild at Heart. This was the one with the hunter with the missing wife. Funeral pyres. We need to burn. That's the one we just got. And then playing Innkeeps. I'll worry about that one later. I will play Gwent as I can. So more hangings from signposts. So these guys were individuals had been sentenced to death by hanging for acts of sabotage perpetrated for the benefit of the enemy kingdom of Redania. The punishment shall be carried out immediately upon issue of verdict. So basically they were on Redania's side, and because they lost, they were hanged. What is it? Justice of the victors or something along those lines? Oh. I hear another quest. Oh. Oh, drowners. Oh. I had to use R to open things and... Well, let's get back to Igni. And let's actually save. Actually, let's loot. Any other loot? And then we will unbind this poor guy. All right, that's it. John Verdun.
Unbind me before the next ones come.
When they come, I'll tend to them. Meanwhile, let's you and me chat. Like to know who I'm untying.
John Verdun. Served in the 10th Merigold Division.
Long way from your army.
My army don't exist no more. Black One smashed it to bits. I scarpered off into the woods just before that happened. Joined a group of refugees. Fucking bursting with patriotism they were. Soon as they learned I'd abandoned Temeria in her hour of need, they beat me down. Tied me up like a turkey, left me to the drowners.
I mean, of course I'll untie you. It's cruel to leave you here.
Fine, I'll help.
Oh, thanks. For a minute there, I was almost sure you'd leave me to die. I'd like to thank you somehow, but I've not a chip crown to my name.
Tough. I'll take the loss.
Thanks, Witcher. May you prosper on the path.
Thanks. Was that an actual quest? Was deciding if I was going to help him or not? It's completed. Let's see. Deserter gold? No, I don't. Another one, maybe? Okay, well, I don't know. Guess we'll find out later. All right, Roach, where'd you go? There you are. All kinds of things happening on the road to the crossroads. There we go. Come on. Now we can go real fast. Let's take care of the drowners. Got Igni. Let's save, just in case I screw this up. Let's take care of the drowners. I'm a witcher, right? So much for drawing your correct sword, Geralt. Come on. There we go. Let's get some food, and some nuts, and some water. Monster eyes. Oh, these poor people. But I'll take their money, I suppose. Definitely nighttime. Passage to Night Day. I love it. Okay. We're getting distracted by... Oh, wait, there was loot. There's loot! You never know when I might need an extra monster ear or monster hair. All right, Roach. Sorry, we've got to be getting close to the crossroads. Oh my gosh, we have a ways to go still. Oh, there it is. Don't have a ways to go still. Oh, the game saved. In at the crossroads.
Slow now. Whoa.
So I'll slaughter her myself, hide her corpse beneath the floorboards. Those bastards won't have it!
All right.
Are they talking about murdering someone? Or are they talking about an animal? All right, well, let's save before we go in, and we'll come explore after we have our conversations in here, I suppose. Ask about the agent called Hendrick at the inn at the crossroads. Poor woman, poor man. All right, let's talk to the innkeep first.
Looking for a man. Goes by Hendrick.
What you want with him?
Want to talk to him.
What about?
Give me a bottle of something strong.
You gotta go. I'll open the back way for you.
Yeah, are you expecting visitors?
Got company. Who is it?
Innkeep, vodka.
Who's this one?
Brave warrior, looks like. Got 2 swords, see?
Oi, grey boy. What's the point of having 2 swords?
Wonder if he keeps an extra prick in his trousers too.
You fucking deaf? Gonna say who you are? Or do I need to loosen your tongue with me knife?
I'm a witcher.
I'm a witcher. Heard you wondering about my swords. Well, one's for monsters, the other for humans. Only got 1 prick, though, in case you're wondering about that, too.
Don't touch him. Don't even look at him. Worse than lepers, that lot.
Saw one in action once. Killed a half dozen. Blood everywhere. Freak didn't even show a drop of sweat.
Got the stench of corpses on him.
If you want a rest, come with me. I've a bench you can use.
I step in the hut, and there's the bumpkin with what looks like his son. That's on the pretty side, I think to myself.
I said probably disguised his daughter.
Horsons always manage to hide their lasses.
Thought he'd outsmarted me, the arsewipe.
Mean he hadn't?
I ploughed the snot out of that little shit. Lad, lass, whatever the fuck he was.
Must have surprised the old coot. Bet he wet himself.
Well, you're horrible people. Oh, you're bandits. You're definitely horrible people then. Okay. Well, let's find the innkeep, I suppose, and continue to talk to him. Oh, here he is. Here we go.
Thanks for not starting a row with those swine.
I don't generally poke my nose in other people's business.
Looking to stay the night?
No. I'm looking for Hendrick.
Man lives in Heatherton.
Don't know where that is.
Other side of the hill. Looked that away this morning, saw a strange glow. Imperials on the raid, perhaps. But who knows?
Huh. What do you know about Hendrick?
Anything else you can tell me about Hendrick?
Odd fellow. Arrived from who knows where and for no apparent reason. Shacked up with a widow whose husband was stabbed for a scrap of bread.
Baron's men don't like strangers.
Aye, and he stays out of their way. Always seems to know when they're coming. Always manages to disappear.
Thanks, Innkeep.
So we need to look for the agent called Hendrick in the village of Heatherton. Any major updates? Nope. No major updates. Okay, well, let's spend the rest of today talking to people and looting things and go from there.
We're simple folk. We seek no quarrel.
That's fine. I seek no quarrel either. So I had a little issue with my saved games not wanting to actually load in, and all of my settings were reset, which was a little annoying. So hopefully I got everything back to the way it was, but if anything looks funny, you guys will have to just let me know. But I think it looks fine. So let's save and talk to these bandits. Actually, we're not going to talk to the bandits because doing so makes them angry. So I want to just leave them be and not pick fights. And let's check in with the Innkeep to see if he has anything else or things to sell.
Greetings.
Okay, so the Bloody Baron, how did he get his name?
Bloody Baron. How'd he get that moniker? There a story to it?
A time ago, when he was still in the army, some Blackens had holed up in a dye works. Baron and his men were ordered to take it. Others might have bided their time, starved him out, but the Baron's an hasty one, attacked straight away. The Blackens surrendered. Baron and his men took most of them alive, but one of his blokes knocked over a vat of red dye. It all ran into the river. Folk took to saying that the river flowed red with blood. That the Baron had slaughtered his prisoners to a man. Been known as the Bloody Baron ever since.
Yeah.
Kind of ironic.
Well, a week before, he'd massacred a whole squadron in Ingholm, but far fewer heard that story.
So has the Baron ruled here long then?
Baron's not from around here, right?
He's Temerian, but from other parts. Folk say he deserted along with his company. Showed up here one day with his stragglers. They'd all had enough of the wandering. So they took the old lord's castle, and the Baron became master of Crow's Perch. Reckon once the Blackens feel sure they hold the land, they'll let him keep Crow's Perch. Give him a true title.
Wouldn't they put one of their own people there instead, though? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go shopping, and I shall be right back.
Talk of a pig shoes, Andy.
Well, them's lights, sir.
That's so. Let's have a look. You've got a young daughter, Gramps. I know.
Search where you will.
One of these days, you'll not hide her in time. Hear me? And you'll watch every lad in the unit shag her senseless.
That everything? That all you got?
Oh my gosh.
I swear on the poor nipper's grave, sir. Here, eat up. Thank you kindly. Won't be no use to anyone if you starve to death.
Oh my gosh. This place
Strap
is
on the loot.
horrible.
We're done here.
Wow, I can really appreciate how they took the time to make it to where, like, you know, armies come through and they just leave and chaos ensues and bandits come in and just take what they want. Yeah, that's pretty awful. Okay, well, let's save and go into one house and try to talk to people real quick, and then we'll need to probably wrap up. Oh, it's all locked. Oh, wow. Well, let's look at the notice board and do that today, and then we will definitely wrap up. So, warning, watch what you say. The trees have ears. Yep, you know that one. Let's see. This is the acorn one again from the Innkeep. You read that one. Darlin and Shade. Okay, so it's Elvish. I don't know what it says, but we'll take it. Missing Mikkel. My true-born brother Mikkel is missing. Anyone who finds him, or at least finds out what fate has met him, will be generously rewarded, and I'll slip a good word to the Baron about you. You'll find me at the end of the crossroads, Bruno. Oh, Bruno. He's right inside. Forefathers' Eve approaches. We read that one as well. Okay, and more undiscovered locations. Let's have another look. More question marks. I love it. Okay, well, this is where I'm going to end things for today. Tomorrow we will, I'll go back inside and talk to the brother of Mikkel for about this contract missing brother. I'll probably meditate till morning to see if anything changes and I can talk to anyone. And then we'll probably keep heading to the village of Heatherton to look for Hendrick, and we'll see how much that I actually get done. But as always, thank you so very much for watching. Please do keep yourselves safe, and I will see you again tomorrow with another new Witcher 3 video.
That's all I swear.